Okay, we're back everybody again with more Revit training. And today we want to go back into our warehouse project. We want to open an architectural model right here. And I think we need to get a roof on this thing because we've gotten very far here and we just haven't done a roof. So now we would like to go, let's do a window tile here. And let's open a 3D view and zoom all. And let's go to level 2. Let's window tile these two. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to create a roof. And we're going to use a couple of new tools here. So the first thing I think we want to do, let's go over to the architecture tab, go into where we see roof. Right there, okay. So let's select roof. Now I always like to pick wall. So let's make a roof type first. So we've got a basic roof, so let's edit type here. And let's duplicate this. And we'll call this, let's just make it a generic roof. And let's just go with steel deck over, let's go steel deck. This roof type should be in the system, but we'll create it. Steel deck. Sorry guys. EPDM membrane. Okay. We'll say okay. Now, roof is like walls and floors. So we'll select edit here and we'll add in these types. So let's insert and let's call this one, let's move this up first of all. And we'll call this roofing. And we'll go in here and we'll select the material. This will be our EPDM membrane. So let's go to roofing. Sorry guys. Roofing. There we go. Roofing EPDM membrane. And so for that, I don't know. Let's just go just like that. Use render appearance. Only day now. Should update. Wow. Why this is so slow? No apply. Okay, so there's our EPDM membrane. And I think, say, let's go with about, let's just say 1 inch for the heck of it. Next, we'll insert another layer and we'll move that one down. Sorry, we'll move this one down. So wait a minute, this is going to be our EPDM membrane will be our finish. That will stay up top. It's not that difficult, trust me. The next layer will be let's go right here for structure. Let's make this insulation. Yep, rigid insulation. Jeez, slow today, folks. I don't know. Slow today. Okay. I don't know why this thing is so slow today for me. Yep. Insulation, we click OK. There's our rigid insulation, and let's go with 4 inches of that. With 4. I don't really want to make this thick. I just want to show you what has to be done and what we need to do. And then for the structure, let's go down here. Let's call this a metal deck. This will be the metal. We'll search metal deck. There you go. Pins. Graphics. Use a limited pins. Pins. Apply. Okay. So all I think we need up there is about 6 inches. So let's change our insulation to 4. This will be 4. A metal deck will be 3. No, not 1, 3, 3. So we got, sorry, out. So we've got 7, 8. I think we need that metals for 3. Insulation, let's see, so we got 7, 8 inches. Let's go with it. Let's drop this down to rigid insulation down to 3. Actually, let's make it 2. I always want to really have 3 inches of roof up here. So let's say OK, and I can view this in the profile. So there's our roof. And if we look back again, we have our 3 inches of metal deck, our insulation, and our EDP membrane. So let's go OK. Let's go OK. So now, what we want to do now is just go and place this roof. So I like to pick wall command. We can do this from the 3D view or the second level view. So I'm going to go pick walls. Now if I go into this view, I can just select each wall. Or I can go here and do the same, select each wall. I can make this view. Oh, I don't want to go there. I want to go. So let's just align this guy to the inside of our wall. Okay. This one as well. Now, right here in the properties dialog, this is our slope, and these symbols define slope. We don't want a slope here. We want to keep this guy flat. So let's just say 0 right here, and hit enter. And then we'll check the check mark, and there's our roof, our flat roof that we just created. Now, we need to look at this roof and see where we are with it because I think we're a little low. So let's go look in this section view, or you can create a section view because we're going to need this later on. Let's just pull this section through here and have your section view. And now let's just take a look at this thing in section. Okay, now that roof is down here, and we need to bring this guy up above the joist, our steel joist here that we created earlier. So let's push this guy up over here in the properties dialog box. Let's push this guy up a foot. Okay, looks like we got it. Run shot. So let's look at thin lines and make another look here. I think we should move it up a couple more inches just to clear the joist. Okay, I think we were actually good there with that 1 foot. Let's measure this to see where we are exactly. Yeah, let's drop this back down to a foot. Yeah, because I think we had, yep. Okay, now, there's our roof. Let's close out the section. Let's look at this in hidden line so we can see what's going on here. So there's our roof. Looks good. Now, I want to introduce you to this new tool here. This tool is, let's pick this guy so we can select the face. And there's our roof. So now what we have here are the the shape editing modifying for roof tools. So the first thing I want to show you here is say we select this roof and we add a point. So we can add a point, say here, and let's add another point here. Now these points are what you create. And we can modify and adjust these points. So see that's 6 inches. I didn't put that in, it just sort of popped in there, and then we can take this guy, take this point. Oh, sorry. Cancel that out. So we select the point, create an extra point. So let me just push this back so we can really understand what's going on here. Let's just undo this. Now let's go and select the roof, and we got 1 point selected. So we select that point, and let's go back here. I just want to just make sure we're going right here. So we'll select this. So we'll add a point. So we can add points. So these lines are points. So if we add a point here, we can select this point, and we can change this height. I don't know why it keeps changing. So let's just say I want to make this 1 foot. Then we'll add another point, and let's tick it, and let's say we'll add this 3 feet. So now what happened is I've got a very irregular shape here in my 3D view of the roof. So let's take a look in my, and all you have to do basically is punch out of it, clear out of this, and there's our roof. We got this very weird looking shape, which is okay. Just to show you how to create these points. Now let's go look at our section view again. So there's that roof we created. So now what we want to do, basically, let's go back and do something a little more sensible with this roof. Because what I'm driving at, I want to be able to create a roof drainage so we can drain things. So what we do here, we can select this roof again, and we can clear these out and reset. Okay, so now we just added points. So this time let's go in and look at adding a split line. So let's hit the split line command, and then let's place a point, say here, and one about there. Now generally we want to be right in the center of the building because this is going to be our drainage. We're going to use this for our drainage. Oh, I'm sorry. Cancel that. Undo. So we select. It's going to get a little tricky here. It can get a little bit hairy. Okay, so let's select our roof. We'll do the split line. So we'll split a line from there to there. Okay, to modify, we'll select our points. Let's see if I can pick this guy this way. This can be a little tricky. So pick that point. Okay, let's say modify. There we go. Ah, that's it. We have to modify it. So let's drop this down 6 inches. Okay. Drop that down 6 inches. I'm gonna bring it up. Nope, not there. I went down too low. I think I went down 6 feet. So let's select it here. Modify elements. Make this 6 inches. Okay. So now we've got our drainage on our roof. So let's go back and look at that section again. And there's our roof. Now in this view you can't really see it. So let's cut a section the other direction here. Yes, because we're cutting that way. So let's just, I like to just rotate this thing around like this here. Oh, did I get it? Nope, didn't get it. Sorry guys. So just take this guy and rotate it. And there you have our section. Now, we'll go in here and cut this and have a look. So now what's going to happen is, since we did our slope, I wasn't thinking this would go this way, but that's pretty good because I think we want the water to flow off in this direction. So we can get a little more exaggerated if you want. So we can go here, we can say, we can take this guy and let's modify elements. And let's make this, wow, that's only 3 inches, no wonder. Right here. Let's make this 9 inches. So 9. So we got our slope on our roof for drainage, basically. So let's go back into our section view. So there's our slope. Looks good. Okay. So let's look at our 3D view again. So we just created a roof slope. We got our flat roof technically, but we want to slope it for the water flow to fall off this building. So I want to show you something else here. I want to go and look at, I want to show you this one other thing here. Let's go back into our section view. Not that one. This one. Let's go back into our section. And let's select this wall. Now let's do an edit type here. And we always want to duplicate. So let's just go up to number 2. We'll edit type. Now, I want to show you how we deal with variables. So we got these variables that they can change to any size. So let's take the, say, the original installation and let's make this a variable. And let's hit OK. Oh, I'm sorry, hit OK here. Hit OK. So now see what happened was while we used this variable for the rigid installation, so what happened was The variable allowed us to, let's go look at this again. This variable allowed us to change the heights, and then anything below it will go with the basic shape here, and above will go along with the variable. So we can have any variable here, but I use the installation. But anyway, I'm going to say OK here and OK, and I think this roof will work pretty good for us because we've got a slope for the drainage and it'll go out to the sides. Anyway, let's go look at our model, our 3D. Let's go home view. So there we have our roof. So great. Let's keep moving. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you learned something, subscribe, and moving on. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.